Closing generational gaps in the workplace. Taking the current situation of the organization into consideration and state of business operations, I would like to suggest some key changes that the business organization needs to specifically incorporate to survive and sustain in the near future. It is evident that the organization is facing large competition in the aerospace industry, with a large number of new entrants coming into the field, thus posing a threat to the very survival and development of the business. To go even further, with the existing generations of employees, to include baby boomers, Generation X, millennials, and an increasing amount of Generation Z entering the workforce, it is common for there to be some type of conflict within the organization due to the existing generational gaps. There's a clear difference how the four generations operate, communicate, and establish their career goals. Let's take a moment to identify the differences amongst each generation in order to further understand the organizational needs. Baby boomers, for example, are individuals whose lives are defined by their work. They tend to live to work. Additionally, they expect the other generations to pay their dues in order to be compensated and rewarded as they have done. Generation X is typically well-educated and extremely independent individuals. They expect autonomy in their jobs and in turn will prove themselves and show their worth. Millennials, on the other hand, although very creative and confident, are more connected with technology and social networking, which tends to drive their behaviors and expectations. Soon, Generation Z will be entering the workforce. These individuals are community-minded and they strive to make a difference. With the change in the technological environment, advancement in airplane features, demands, and ever-changing customer preferences, the gaps that exist amongst the four different generations within the organization is causing the business to not meet expectations for the customers and suppliers, and therefore not satisfying their increasing needs and demands. Thus, the purpose of this proposal is to make you realize at this time it is imperative for the company to address the generational gap by morphing the existing generations to align with the changing circumstances of the business needs. Essentially, by establishing solutions and strategies that can effectively and efficiently be implemented, generations can be bridged to improve the opinions and skills of each individual. I want to bring to notice one major strength the company offers their employees, which is on-the-job training for new personnel joining the teams. In my opinion, however, the organization is struggling to offer mentorships that align baby boomers with junior colleagues. By taking this approach to mentoring, it will allow the baby boomers to share their knowledge, skills, and experiences with the younger generations, in turn making them feel valued as the senior team members within the organization. To add even further, it is a critical opportunity for the millennials to mentor the baby boomers by introducing them to new technology and innovations. The company is in urgent need of integrating the varying dynamics between baby boomers and millennials in order to sustain the business to continuously build a brand where their value is recognized and respected. Understanding that baby boomers will soon be extinct in the workplace, this mentoring approach will prepare managers to identify new leaders with career-enhancing opportunities by specifically addressing the necessities and benefits behind a good mentor, collaboration, and team building for future organizational advancement. As per my research, in the United States alone, millennials currently account for 1/3 of the workforce and will soon become the largest working generation in the United States. Thus, the urgency behind closing the generational gap before retirement of all baby boomers. By doing so, this also helps to ensure collaboration across all generations, allowing for improvements within the organization. It also creates further opportunities for the company within the aerospace industry, triggering supplier and customer needs before their competitors implement strategies that give them a competitive advantage. To create such changes for a mentorship program, we will need to restructure the current organization to ensure adherence to the new training and mentorship methods. We will also need to partner leaders and senior colleagues with advanced skills and knowledge to existing junior colleagues and newly hired employees. By doing so, we will create collaboration in the workplace, reducing self-hierarchy between the different generations. This will also provide us with an opportunity to divide the generations across multiple teams in order to level set skills and strengths. Should the proposed attempt to reduce or close the generational gap within the organization not be introduced in the upcoming time, the outcome would not be in favor of the organization and its prosperity. As we continue the need to grow and progress from our current position, we need to understand the importance of incorporating the appropriate changes in a timely and suitable manner for the organization. In our company's attempt to reduce competition within the industry, face inevitable changes, and continue to drive satisfaction, collaboration amongst each generation and reduction in the generational gap will only help to improve loyalty within the organization. By collaborating and cross-mentoring, each individual is able to face challenges in which they are able to maximize their skills and knowledge to support business initiatives, creating a culture of inclusion and value. Being an integral part of the organization, it is my primary concern and duty to evaluate and analyze the overall goodwill and betterment for the company and long-term sustainment. The organization could face huge threats from the growing competition that has already achieved improved skills and innovations by establishing a high-quality and effective mentorship program. It would behoove us as an organization to establish a top-notch mentorship program to improve skills and knowledge that will further improve our business and reduce competitive advantage. As a company, we could introduce an entirely new mentorship program or enhance our existing on-the-job training. Benchmarking companies outside of our industry would also be beneficial in order to maximize and improvements and development. By providing you with this data and information, I am confident that you will be able to formulate a strategy that will benefit the company. These proposed changes will not only ensure business improvements and efficiency, but they will also address the deficient areas and complexity amongst the varying generations within the organization. This will make the organization competent and able to curb our competition, create improved customer satisfaction and commitment. In conclusion, it is essential for the organization to introduce these necessary changes as quickly as possible. Thank you.